April 18th, 2016. It was quite a normal day, I think, at first. I think it was a big shock what happened. It was a good day, I think. It wasn't like, didn't feel bad, didn't feel weird. But, I think I was in electronics when, the situation happened. And, it was a bit of a thing going on. People were saying some kid was joking around with a bell. People were saying like some U7s were just messing about. But then they started closing off the downstairs bit of the school. They started saying, no, you can't go this way, and we had to walk out a different way of school because of the ambulance, and they didn't want to be able to see who it was, but it was very quickly people started to realise who hadn't turned up at home. And like the actual situation in hand. Mara was a really good friend of mine. Since I was in year 8 and she was in year 9, I think it was. We first met on the bus, started to realise we lived really close to each other. And we sort of connected. Really good friends, sort of same music taste at the time. And she was really into YouTube as well, like I was, like the sort of thing that sort of brought me together. So we used to record videos as well. We did all the silly challenges. We did like the cinnamon challenge, this like one room that was sort of no one went into around us. We called it an abandoned video. We did like truth or dare, stuff like that. Oh, it was great. Every time we went out. But there was just times where it was just me and her, and it was just us talking. And I won't ever say she told me everything. I won't ever say she didn't tell me nothing. And maybe I could have done more. Maybe I could have helped out. Maybe I could have said something. Maybe sent her to the right place, sent her to the right people. I think I mentioned it once at school, but they sort of discarded it. It wasn't anything that serious. And well, so on that day, the next day, it was a very quiet morning. I went in early because I just wanted to avoid everyone going in. And I was in a sort of block of the building where my tutor was, where we were in the morning. And it's just this one teacher going up and down because it was quite a big, very Scottish accent. He was very nice, like big giant bear. It was lovely. And he knew that we were friends. He fully knew. And he would talk over me again and again. But that morning when people started walking, I couldn't hold it. It was a very hard time. So I had outbursts in middle classes. I couldn't really do classes for a bit. And then the next day after that is when they brought in people like Penhaligon's friends. They brought in the message I'm going to talk about today is Papyrus, and they brought those people in. And they sent over chaplains, they sent paid chaplains over to help the situation for postvention of any sort of follow-ups and anyone who really needed help. Because it was obvious the school was not in a state to carry on, and that's when they started to realise, right, mental health is something that happens at this school. And it's the fact that we had to have someone die to start realising that this is a scary subject and we need to focus on it. So I do feel like these charities, these prevention, these bereavement for younger adults, these charities are important, and especially for this local area like Cornwall. None of us have got a lot, and the people who do, that doesn't make a difference. They can still struggle. and there's so much. And Cornwall is known for being one of the best places. But we get on and we try, but it's sometimes where either it's scientific, it's chemical, it's genetic, it's environmental, whatever way we are affected, we need to know who we can go to, and maybe even more education so we know what's actually going on, because half the time people don't know what's going on in their heads because there's so many different cases of mental health it can be. And with those different cases, it's hard to diagnose everyone because everyone is different. It's a different situation for everyone. And some people, they have multiple things going on and it's really difficult. They don't know what to do. So I'm here saying that we are NCS and we are Team 5 and we're based in Campbell. And we believe that the Papyrus is such an important charity. Really important. And although it took me 2 years almost, but I finally started speaking to someone, one of the chaplains at our school. I finally started speaking to them. I started discussing my feelings because for so long I just put them down. I just left them deep in me and just tried to help as many other people as I could. I felt like that was almost an escape, but it wasn't. I wasn't talking about what was wrong with me. And I bottled it up so much that I was having breakdowns. And it's even worse because it's so typical that it's almost a man thing that I sort of couldn't talk to someone because it wasn't right. Like, I'm not meant to, almost. That's what it felt like in my school. But after a year and realising what these people were doing, how I did need help, I think I started speaking to them, and it was weekly. I would speak to them and I tried my best. And sometimes we wouldn't even talk about tomorrow or how I was feeling. It was just like talking about something else, focusing on something else. Like the guy I started talking with, we connected quite quickly because I was very heavy into my electronics, my circuits, and he was building a aircraft simulator. So we were able just to talk about that, and it was amazing. He never pushed. He was Christian. He was from a church, but he never pushed his religion on me. He never said maybe you should find a way of God. No, he wasn't like that. Like, he understood that I was completely. I like to say I am agnostic, but he just didn't. He focused on me and making sure I was okay, and that was something I didn't have for a while. Because I didn't talk about it at home because I didn't feel like I needed to, because there was so much going on already with new siblings who I love, and being able to talk to someone. I think that was the most important thing. And I struggle to even look into the camera lens, and I know as I am struggling to. But it's the fact that I'm still talking, and that they help me so I can spread this message. So we are doing this charity thing. We are doing our best. We're doing many miles a day on these static bikes, and it is for a good cause, because this was when it came big for me. When I started getting back into sport, this chaplain, he was really into his football, and we got back to our sport, and it helped so much with my mental health, because I was able to channel all my emotions into it. I was able to do well, and doing well made me feel good, and it felt good. It did, it really did. And being able to enjoy that time, and then we played together. It was just like, even if it was just kick about, it felt good, because I was able to escape. and forget what was going on in my head. But at the same time, I was almost curing it. I was almost like once allowed my emotions, once I said put it all out there, I was in a trench. I was in this trench of recovery, and it's deep. It is deep to get out of, and it's so easy to fall back. It's almost a hill. You could fall down, back down into your state so easily. But sport, helped me sprint up that hill, get back up, and just sort of get on with life. I think I'm now working. I'm getting on with my college. I'm my second year of college. I feel like I'm doing well now. I feel I'm in a good place in my life. I have friends now, which was something that I couldn't focus on in school because of all the things going on in my mind and my work. I'll catch up on all this stuff. But I made so many friends through ACS, and it is amazing. And if younger people are looking on to do it, it is amazing. And I know some people will say, oh, the first 2 weeks I sort of just group you in for the catch for the next 2 weeks. And it's not. The next 2 weeks, they are amazing because you get to decide a charity you believe in, something that you believe that helped you. And I think that was the reason why we did 5 charities, because I think we are one of the first groups in 8 years to do 5 charities, one for each day of this week, because they all meant something to us, and it was so hard to decide one. It was hard to decide one. So this will be uploaded on the same day that we are helping Papyrus. All our social media, everything will be down below in the description. I will try to cut this video down so it's not too long. I just remind myself to do that, but I didn't cry. I think that is a big thing for me, because if even mentioning her name used to just bring me down to tears. And I gained a lot of weight for it. I gained I'm going on waffling, but I did gain a lot of weight during that time, and I am now starting to lose it. Now the fact that I'm actually starting to lose some, I'm not breaking down, it is showing recovery. It's showing a step forward. And I think a step forward is something we need.